from the Lakeside Newsroom of the Henrico Citizen, your hometown news source since 2001. This is the Henrico News Minute with publisher Tom Lapis.
Big changes ahead in the future for Willow Lawn, and a police chase following a carjacking leaves a juvenile dead. We'll tell you about those stories and more in today's Henrico News Minute. It is Wednesday, August 9th, 2023. It's brought to you today by Henrico County.
And now for the news.
A juvenile male faces 5 charges, including felony murder, after Henrico police say they believe he stole a car in eastern Henrico on Monday, then fatally struck another juvenile who was riding his bicycle on Williamsburg Road. The suspect was wearing a mask and was alleged to have approached a man in the 4300 block of Lakefield Muse Drive at about 10:30 p.m., brandishing a firearm and demanding the victim's vehicle, which he then got in and drove off. Police officers located the vehicle and initiated a pursuit on Williamsburg Road. The suspect was traveling at a high rate of speed, according to police, and struck the cyclist from behind. Police then took the suspect into custody and recovered a firearm. The juvenile cyclist was pronounced dead at the scene. The exact circumstances surrounding the pursuit are not yet known publicly, but Henrico police officials do have a policy that's 11 pages long that outlines when and how or if pursuits are to be conducted. One criteria allowing them is if the occupants of the vehicle are wanted for a violent felony or any firearm-related offense, which was the case in Monday's incident. We know a bit more about that standoff and homicide in the West End that occurred on Monday. The 49-year-old Henrico woman who was killed in the incident was identified yesterday by Henrico police as Amber Kavanaugh Riley, a mother and Capital One employee. 51-year-old Richard Allen Lombardi, who police say was known to Riley, was taken into custody without incident following that standoff. This all happened in the 9500 block of Downing Street in the Gateshead neighborhood off Pemberton Road. If you have any information for police as they continue to investigate the case, you can call Metro Richmond Crime Stoppers at 804-780-1000, or you can visit p3tips.com to leave your information. Big changes are on the way for the oldest shopping center in Metro Richmond, Henrico's Willow Lawn, but they may take a while to play out. The owner of Willow Lawn has filed plans that would remake the 67-year-old shopping center in a major way for the third time, this time through the potential addition of more than 2,000 residential units and a slight expansion of commercial and office space. Documents filed by Maryland-based Federal Realty Trust with Henrico County outlined the owner's desire to redevelop the center, quote, both vertically and horizontally, end quote, during a period of 20 to 30 years. The company wants to rezone the entire 38-acre site from its existing business and residential designations to an urban mixed-use planned development designation that would permit a much higher density of development, up to 60 residential units per acre. Now, the case is scheduled to be heard by the Planning Commission tomorrow, but Henrico planners have suggested a deferral to a later date to allow the owner to submit more detailed information about some of the aspects of the proposal. Once it has heard the case, the Planning Commission will make a recommendation to the Board of Supervisors, which holds ultimate decision-making authority. Plans call for the site to be divided into 12 separate sections. Ultimately, the property would house a number of mid- and high-rise residential buildings, with one or potentially more signature buildings possibly rising as tall as 175 feet. Now, we have a comprehensive report about what this project ultimately could entail. You can read that right now on our website, henricocitizen.com. Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin held his third Parents Matter conversation in Henrico yesterday after similar events in Roanoke and Prince William County. And a number of parents raised concerns about rampant social media use and the need for more technology restrictions in schools. The event was held at Crestview Elementary in the near West End. Conversations centered around increasing parental involvement in all decisions made involving children in schools, with Youngkin emphasizing the rights and responsibilities of parents to be in the know about all aspects of their children's lives. He was joined by State Senator Siobhan Donovan of Henrico, who also helped lead the conversation and said that Virginia must restore the, quote, parent-teacher authority unit, end quote. Youngkin suggested implementing more school-wide or community-wide resources for parents to educate each other about technology and social media. Last year, Donovan introduced a bill that Youngkin later signed into state law that obliges schools to notify parents about sexually explicit content in their children's curricula and gives parents the opportunity to choose alternative materials. Our education reporter Leanna Hardy was at yesterday's event and has complete coverage of it right now on our website, henricocitizen.com. Today's Henrico News Minute has been brought to you by Henrico County. Henrico County is now hiring. You can visit henrico.us/jobs to view a complete list of all opportunities, full and part-time, that are currently available. To learn more about Henrico's commitment to its employees and the Henrico Way, and find out why Henrico Recreation and Parks Recreation Manager Adam Schwartz says, quote, no matter what your passion is, there's a place with the county for you, end quote. That's henrico.us/jobs.